Sutra 23. Rudranam Shankarashchasmi.
Rudranam Shankarashchasmi.
Vittesho Yaksharakshasam.
Vittesho Yaksharakshasam.
Vasunam Pavakaschasmi.
Vasunam Pavakaschasmi.
Nero Shikharinam Aham.
Nero Shikarinam Aham.
Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. So there are different types of Rudras. 11 Rudras, which are Gyanendri, Karnendri. We'll come to that. So he says, of all these Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Why Lord Shiva? What does Lord Shiva symbolize? What does Shiva, Shankar do? Maheshwara, what does he do? He dissolves the wave. The wave is the creation, the beginning point of the wave is because of Brahma. The end point of that wave back into the ocean is because of Lord Shiva, Shankar, Mahesh. Same, different names. The one who brings about the end of everything, the dissolution. Yeah. For us, because our vision is so limited in this body, what do we think? Oh, death is the end. Yeah. But death is not the end. It is a continuum, actually. There is no end only. Birth and death are not beginning and end. It is a continuum. After some time, you move on to these yonis. Yeah. Then again, you will come back to this human yoni. So you will keep saying that, oh, I have begun, I have ended, I have begun. It doesn't make sense anymore, right? It's a continuum. Yeah? So drop this fear of mrityu. Let go of this fear of mrityu. It is really very filmy and you are watching too many movies. It's time for the TV to go. Yeah? Drop this filmy thinking. Death has got nothing to do with the end. It's just the wave dissolving back into the ocean. It's a great opportunity. You have to use death. Yes, and you will learn how to use death in the other Bhagwad Gitas. We've already covered it for some of you. Some of you have not been introduced to it yet, but you can use death to move on directly from Bhuloka, direct straight shot into Siddhaloka. Yes? There is one shortcut for you. He's so happy, shortcut. Yeah? Next is Vittesho Yaksha Rakshasas. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am Kuber. Yeah? Who is Kuber? He is the Lord of Wealth. He has the maximum wealth. Why did he choose the Lord of Wealth? What did I tell you? It is the lowest form in the kalas? Greed. Greed is the biggest greed is for wealth, for money. Yeah. There is this understanding that till you are very poor, the thirst, that vasana for wealth is always there. Is the vasana really for wealth? What is it for? Security. Perfect. Fear of unknown is there. Fear of unknown is there when I don't have that money. Got it? So vasana for wealth has got to do with actually the fear of unknown. I told you, there's only one fear. It's only the fear of unknown. There is no other fear. Everything is the child of that main fear up there. It's a child-parent relationship. Yeah. So because of this fear of unknown, there is this vasana to get more money. Kuber is the Lord of Wealth. He has more wealth than he can even ask for. when you have more than you can ask for, what happens to you? You don't care for it so much. Yeah? When you don't care for it so much, you can transcend it easily and connect with the God. You seeing this? So even of all the Rakshasas, the best Rakshas who has the possibility of connecting with God is Kuber. That is why I am Kuber. Got it?
Where is the Rakshas?
He's
Yaksha.
He's a Yaksha. So of the Yakshas and Rakshasas are put together. Yeah? I am Kuber. Yeah?
So here he's talking about the highest also, and also now he's all dissolving on the lower.
Lower also,
Lower
yes.
also I am.
Yes. Amongst them, the best. In that loka, I am the best. In that loka, I am the best. Because he's saying that God is not just in the good, even in the bad, God is there. So drop this thing that God is only about birth, God is also about death. Yes. So, actually, at least we have inculcated this. We have Brahma, we have Vishnu, and we have Mahesh. But in many other religions, it's like God is separate and Satan is separate. Yeah? Then how your Satan is attacking your God? Doesn't fit in. And Satan is also inside God. God is like an ocean. Got it? That's why come out of this thinking that God is the creator. Because when you say God is the creator, his creation becomes separate from him. We are talking about Dvaita. But God is Advait. What is Advait? No two. It is one. That is why God is not the creator. God is the existence himself. Clear? Next is Vasunam Pavakasjasmi. Of Vasus, I am the fire. Yeah? Who are Vasus? I told you in Devaloka there are the higher gods. There are Ashtavasus, 8 Vasus. You must have heard the word Ashtavasu. Yeah? So the god of fire, the god of air, the god of ether, yeah? And the god of earth. These are 4 Vasus. The other 4 are the sky, the sun, the moon, and the stars. Ashtavasu. Yeah. Now, out of these Ashtavasus, he says, I am fire. Why fire? Think of fire. What does fire do? What is the function of fire?
Burns.
It burns and purifies everything. Yes? In Devaloka, there are so many devas we spoke about, and they have their own ragas and dveshas. Yes? So the ragas and dveshas are like the black dirt, and the beauty of those devas is hidden within, which is the gold. What can purify even gold is? Fire. And throw away these ragas and dveshas. So Agni Dev is the highest in the Vasus. And it goes upwards all the time. It burns all impurities. So he says, of the Vasus, I am Agni, the highest, the purifier. That is the implication, the purifier. Meru Shikhari Nam Aham. Of the mountains, I am Mount Meru. Meru in the Hindu cosmology is the center of the universe. Yeah? Which universe? Not just this planet. Entire universe, there is a center of that is called the Meru. The center of the ocean is Mount Meru. Wave comes up in the ocean and goes back into the ocean. Doesn't matter. That wave is just one little part of the ocean. The entire ocean has a center.
entire Brahman consciousness, the center is Meru.
Meru also in our body is the spinal cord. Yeah? And we work on taking our prana from the base of the spine to the top of the head, right? So that this channel is purified, and at the point of death, that is where your soul leaves the body. When it leaves the body from the top of the head, you attain enlightenment at the point of death. That's your shortcut. Slightly complicated right now, but we'll learn.
So multiverse we have, or universe we have, it's not at that level. This is a more subtler.
This is bigger than that. You think just because you can see multiverse this much, you think the entire Brahman consciousness is this much? It might be a little dot in the whole Brahman consciousness. I'll tell you an interesting story. It's a nightmare of a theologian. I read it somewhere. There was this theologist who is dreaming. It's his nightmare. In the night he is dreaming that he dies. And he lands up at these beautiful white gates. Yeah, he thinks, I have done such good things in life. I'm such a good guy. All good things. I have helped people. I've never hurt anybody. This must be heaven. This has to be heaven. Yeah? But the gates are so huge. He couldn't even see the top of the gate. He's like, how do I get in? He keeps thumping his fist. He's saying, it's no use. This little sound must be like not even audible on the other side. What do I do? He waits for a very, very, very long time. For him, it is like almost a year now that he's waiting and thumping his fist on the door for it to open. He's like, what is this? I expected to be in heaven after death. And then a window opens on the other side. A window is there in the door. It opens and two big eyes look out. And it's so bright, those eyes are so bright, like 1,000 suns. And he can't even look at that light. He says, oh my God, please close your eyes. I cannot even look at you. God, please open the door. I have done all good. This must be heaven. That person starts laughing and says, ha ha ha, I am only the guard. So he's like, oh, and all this, I have done so much good, all this, I suddenly felt very small. He said, oh, if you are the guard, how God must be. Oh, have you met God? The guard says, this is only my duty. I'm always at this door. I have not met God. So please don't call me God. So, come on, let's get down to the formalities. Where have you come from? Say, what? You don't know me? I am such a big person. I'm a priest in this church and I've given sermons and I'm so good. I don't get you. Where have you come from? So he said, you don't know the earth? I've come from planet Earth. Which earth are you talking about? What is the index number of the earth? Theologian in his dream is, what? There is an index number for the earth? So the guard is looking at him. You seem to be very foolish. There are many earths. Didn't you know? Okay, which family of the sun do you come from?
Family of
Which family of which sun? You don't know my son? There is one son. He says, look, I have a long index number. At least if you tell me the sun, maybe I can find which earth you come from and what your name is, which city you are from. Right now, I don't know you. Yeah? So I don't know where to put you. He was scared. He was like, I don't know what's happening. So he asked the guard, really? Is there more than one planet? So he says, is this your first human life? And the theologian woke up. And he was like, I'm God. I was dreaming. It was not real. Wake up. This is not the only universe. Yeah? And this is not the only planet Earth. And this is not the only planet where you live. Our science is limited because our vision is narrow. Yeah? In Puranas and Vedas, it is mentioned there are many, many more living universes out there. So make up the center of that entire universe is Mount Meru. I am that mountain.
Why is it said that among the mountains and Mount Meru? Why mountains?
It must be a mountain in the center of the universe, no? There's more to
Technical,
it.
but I don't mean.
It's in the center of the universe, that's why. Just because it is the
Center is the
center.
center. Why among the mountains?
He's just giving a comparative
It's
example.
just an example because Arjuna has gone to Gurukul and studied Hindu cosmology in which you study the Mount Meru. We have lost this science, guys. We went and studied history, geography, science, mathematics, which you never used in your life ever again. Yeah. This is what we should have really studied, because they used to study in Gurukul. Yeah. So Hindu cosmology, you can learn more about it if you're interested.
In Odia, spinal cord it's called Merudanda.
It came from the mountain has not come from the the other way around. Huh? Chalo, आगे. पुरोधसां च मुख्यं मां
पुरोधसां च मुख्यं मां
विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं
विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं
सेनानीनामहं स्कन्द
सेनानीनामहं स्कन्द
सरसामस्मि सागरः.
सरसामस्मि सागरः.
Of all the priests, know me to be the chief, Mukhyam. Viddhi Partha Brahaspatim. Who's Brahaspati?
Venus.
He is the guru of all the devas. Senani Nam Aham Skanda. Who's Skanda? Kartikeya. Sarasam. Of all the bodies of water, I am Sagara. I am the ocean. Yes. He's again focusing on the best. The best. Obviously, of a lake, of stream, what is the best? The biggest? The ocean. All this Arjuna has learnt in school. So that is why he is talking to Arjuna in Arjuna's language. Yeah? Next, 25. Maharshinam Dubur Aham
महर्षिणां भृगुराहं
Giram Asmi Ekamaksharam
गिरामस्येकमक्षरम्
Yajnanam Japos Yajnyo
यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि
Stavaranam Himalayah.
स्थावराणां हिमालयः.
Of all the sages, I am Bhrigu. Who was Bhrigu? He is the best of all the Saptarishis. This batch of Manu, huh? The batches of Manu keeps changing with the Kalpas, remember? It is a Saptarishis, they do come down to our level to spread jnana. Bhrigu came and spread the jnana of astrology. So they all have their own specializations. And the highest is astrology for Krishna or Bhrigu, who came down and gave us that. Giram Asmi Ekam Aksharam. Of vibrations, I am, which vibration?
Om.
Vibration of Om. So, why vibrations? Now, Some of us have not experienced the state of no mind, but in that absolute silence of no mind, you can experience the vibration of this creation. The same vibration you will experience at depth when you move on to the other side. It's not a sound. You don't need ears to hear it. Yes, otherwise you would say, oh, only in the Bhuta only there are ears. Others don't hear it. It's got nothing to do with this ear. Yeah? It is a vibration of the creation which rhymes with something like Om. Got it? Yeah? Even the earth moves around its axis, the cycles per second, that frequency of the earth matches the frequency of the sound Om. Yes, it is the sound of the creation. The creation is not soundless. It has a vibration. That vibration of all the vibrations in this creation, I am Om, the highest. Yajnanam Japo Yagya Asmi. Why he chose Japo Yag? In Japa Yajna, what do we do?
Chant.
Chant. Why are you chanting? What is the purpose of chanting?
To take the mind
Center
off.
the mind.
Why? There is a vibration to silence, to this creation. That vibration is Om, but I cannot hear it. And my mind is so crowded with thoughts, I cannot perceive that Om. All I understand is sound that I can hear with these ears. That's all I understand. I have a limited understanding, but I want to connect to the highest. What can bridge this gap between that highest is I create that same sound which is similar to that sound of creation that sages and rishis and maharshis in their samadhi or in that silence could actually perceive, but I cannot. So I mimic it. I do japa. When I do japa, my internal environment becomes like a vibration. Did you notice that this morning we did? Yeah, Satyam Paramadhinahi. After that, did you feel your whole body is vibrating?
Yes.
Japo Yagya makes my entire existence, this little body-mind complex's existence vibrate. Thoughts are gone, images are gone. For one moment, I am just turned into a pure vibration, devoid of thought, devoid of images, devoid of emotion. In that moment, you connect with that frequency of the creation's vibration, or the creation's Om. A bridge is established. Got it? That is why Japo Yajna is the highest. Internal only, with just the mantra, you can do all your swaha of dravya and swaha of agni and swaha of ghee. All that is just my ego, my desire, that I am just surrendering into the fire of knowledge, into this fire of my self-knowledge, my self-jnana. And that burns me and burns the entire ego, and I'm turned into a pure vibration. That vibration catches the frequency of the creation. In that moment you can experience samadhi. In that moment you can experience silence. Got it? That is why Japo Yagya is the highest and easiest for a human being like me, who I don't understand all these other things. So easy, just give me a few words and I with 100% focus do that. I can easily bridge the gap between God and me. Now some people hold on to a mala, yeah, they're doing Ram, 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 and they're watching TV. Or they're fighting me to, hey, don't do that, put that here. Ram, Ram, Ram. Why are you doing this? And my mala is going on. What's the point?
Which is at least half of the time saving the other people.
So many people write Ram, Ram, Ram. The book is full of Ram. Have you seen that? What's the point? And they're writing Ram and they're watching TV. It's not happening. It has to be internal. My inner environment should become the vibration of Ram. Then it is worth it. You're wasting time, wasting ink, wasting paper. Give that book to a school child. At least he'll use it for something more useful. Yeah? Recognize the futility of these exercises that we've hung on to. And go to the pure I within. Yeah? Japasya and Stavaranam Himalaya. Stavaranam, of all the immovable things, that which is sthir, I am Himalaya. He didn't say mountain here. He said that which is immovable. Now why immovable? Why he wants you to be immovable?
Because that is the thing, we are shaking and shaking. We have to settle down. That's when you experience the
Perfect. The mind is shaking, no? All the time. This thought, this image, this. Continuously there is kampan inside. Avikampa you have to become. And as Avikampa, as the Himalayas. Yes. 26. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam
Ashwatha sarva vrikshanam
Devarishinam cha naradaha
Devarishinam cha naradaha
Gandharvanam chitrartha
Gandharvanam chitrartha
Siddhanam kapilo muni.
Siddhanam kapilo muni.
Of all the trees, I am the holy banyan tree. Why banyan tree? It is also called people in India. It gives oxygen 24/7. Yeah. What do the other plants and trees do in the night?
carbon dioxide.
They give out carbon dioxide. Yeah. But people or banyan tree, even in the night, it gives out oxygen. Yeah. In those days, in ancient times, there was no laboratory to prove this. The rishis, munis understood this. They used to meditate under these trees. Buddha got enlightened under the Bodhi tree. That is also a same family as banyan tree. They chose only these trees to sit and meditate under, so they don't have to restrict their meditation to daytime only. Even in the night, they would sit there and continue into their meditation. So amazing. There were no laboratories that time to prove all this. Yeah. This was all known, the science was all known in those days. Deva Rishi Nam Cha Narada. Why is he saying I'm Narada of all the Devas?
This is the greatest bhakta.
Always in Narayanam. Always he is in divine love. He has
Yes.
no other one.
And he's full of masti, joy, fun. Krishna's joy and celebration, no? Yeah. Have you seen Krishna sitting somewhere and talking very serious jnana, not moving at all? No. Krishna's all about masti, playing a flute, running around with the girls. Yeah. Enjoying and giving jnana through that way. Yeah. So if he had to choose somebody in all the Dev Rishis, who will he choose? Has to be Narada, the most mischievous
He was the
Deva.
biggest button pusher.
Button pusher.
That's another name for Narada?
Button pusher is the name for Narada. Yes. Gandharvanam Chitrartha. Who was Chitrartha? The king of the Gandharvas. Yeah? The best of all the Gandharvas. You know what Gandharvas do, right?
Artistic.
Yeah, they give all singing, music, talent, and they themselves are angels who are singing and into music and all. Yeah. It's very beautifully depicted in mythology. Again, don't start imagining because I'm telling you. They are all these angels with wings and flying and singing, and they live in the plants and the trees. That's how Gandharvas have been depicted. Yeah, and Chitrartha is amongst them. Like he has all these beautiful wings and he plays all the instruments. Yeah? That's why he's the god of the Gandharvas and has the sweetest voice. All this is again mythology, huh? But it's a very beautiful way of depicting the Gandharvas.
There is a song and there is music in this universe. So
Yeah,
That's right.
somebody must be representing that energy.
absolutely. And it is the Gandharvas. Yeah? Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. Now, in the Siddha Loka, we're talking about all the Siddhas in the Siddha Loka. Out of them, he chose Kapilo Muni. Why?
Sankhya philosophy.
Sankhya philosophy. Why? What is Sankhya philosophy? There are two Nishthas, Yoga Nishtha and Sankhya Nishtha, not higher. Both are equal. There's nothing higher and lower. Yoga Nishtha means that through which I have to make an effort, change myself, work on this path. We are all yogis. We are walking on the path of Yoga Nishtha. Yeah? Sankhya Nishtha, it says what? Oh, you don't need to do any pranayam, any bhastrika, no kriya. You don't need meditation, you don't need knowledge. This moment it can happen. You just go within and it happens. Of course, you have to be somewhere really at a higher stage, no, for Sankhya to happen to you. Right? And not all of us are there. Yeah, but Kapila Muni was the person who started this Sankhya philosophy, and seeing Sankhya is also the way. Don't discount this mark. You know, so both marks are there. So the way Buddha's story goes, you know, Buddha left his kingdom, he left everything, yeah, because there was an inner thirst to look for the highest. So he kept moving, kept walking. He went to several gurus for 6 years. This guru, that way to follow. He followed Mahavir also. So many, he did everything at that time. Yes, but every guru he went to, he did his tapasya 100%. So good that he got even better than that guru in it. And then he would tell the guru, but I haven't found it yet. It's still not happening. So the guru used to bow down. That's all I know. Maybe you should go to this guru. This guru was my guru. So then he went to that guru. There also he learned everything. He perfected it. He became so good in that tapa, he got better than that guru. And then again he would say the same thing. I have still not attained it. What is it? That guru would also bow down. Sorry, you go to my guru. Like that, he went from guru's guru. He did that for 6 years. At the end, towards 6 years, he was with a guru where he was into starvation, literally, fasting so much. Yeah, the belief was that through fast, that you can get there. He was almost going to die. And he went to the water towards the lake just to drink water, and he collapsed. And then some lady was passing by. She had kheer or makhan, whatever those days she had, and she gave it to him and she fed it to him so at least he would not die. And all the other bhikshus who were with him, oh, he has broken his fast, he is gone, they condemned him and they left him and went away. Buddha dropped this. He went back to his kutir and he said, all this is nonsense. This way, that way, it's not going to work till I go in. He sat under his tree right outside his hut and he went into his samadhi. He just went into himself. No technique. He dropped all techniques, he dropped everything. Yes. And he went into samadhi. They say he went inside his hut also and slept. That night was the sweetest sleep because there was no running in the mind that I have to get up and do this technique tomorrow, or I have to get up and do this sadhana, or I have to fast tomorrow. Mind stopped running. In that stopped mind, he had the sweetest sleep. He said, I had never slept like this. And when he woke up in the morning, early in the morning, even before the sun rose, he saw the moon setting. And by the time the moon set, he had achieved it. Buddha said, I achieved it when I stopped running. Got it? Sankhya philosophy is when you stop. When you don't need any technique, any crutch, when you just are with yourself. And that was what Buddha started preaching. Just be a Sakshi. That's all you need. And that's what his technique is. Just watch yourself. It's the most difficult thing to do. It seems so easy. What is so great about it? And people asked him, what did you get when you got enlightened? He said, I didn't get anything. I lost anger, I lost hatred, I lost jealousy, I lost all these negativities you can count on. I found myself. I didn't have to go searching for myself. I was there. I was just not looking. I got stuck in all these external techniques. Got it? These techniques are to go within, to silence yourself. Be in that silence. Got it? That is Sankhya. That is why I am Kapilo Muni.
Bhagwad Gita also finally says the same thing, right? Sarvadharman Parityajya.
Absolutely. Drop everything and just come to me.
Surrender.
Surrender everything and just come to me.
Don't have to do
Now you will go and say, oh, Ekta said stop doing Kriya. No, Baba. I'm showing you the mirror.
Again, the mind
Decision
is
is yours.
It's different.
here. Again, the mind is playing. You will still not reach that state, but the mind will tell, "This is a beautiful point.
Let me do this.
Let me do this," and again you will slip down.
Many people do that when they listen to Ashtavakra. Nothing you have to do. You have to just be witness.
You're not
I have to just be a Sakshi. अरे कुछ करना ही नहीं है. And there is a sutra also where Ashtavakra says, no, or Janaka says, as a realization, oh, there is nothing to do. But people hold on to that. I'm not doing any kriya. I'm not doing any sadhana. No, the kapti mind has come up. Not doing means no mind. Means absolute silence. Got it? No mind, no chit chat. I will not do. Who's saying this?
Ego.
Mind, ego, they're there, no? Wrong number dial. Got it? That's not being a Sakshi. Yeah, because not doing is also a doing. Recognize this. Understood Sankhya?
Yes.
It's understood why Kapila?